Start.
Good evening, all. This is Dietitian Flora. I welcome you all for another topic. Today, I'm going to talk about nutrition for our health, sperm health. So, let's talk about the sperm health. Sperm health is just as important as the health of your eggs. The woman. What kind of a food, like what food is to be improved to improve her egg quality and all. The same way, it is also important to improve the sperm health. Okay, the cycle of the sperm, it is like it can take only 2 to 3 months to make into a new one. Okay, and so making some positive changes in improving the diet, which will help it off to make some changes in the sperm health. It is like you can have to change some lifestyle modification. It would be like also main thing is today as a dietitian I'm gonna telling you about the diet, the food which is most important and which can make it is helpful for the sperm health. And it is lucky you guys to sperm health for only takes only 2 to 3 months to get of whether it might be the quality on the quantity of the sperm health. So you can increase it when you're doing some lifestyle modification continuously, like up to the 2 to 3 months, where it can generate or it can improve the quality and the quantity of your sperm health. So always make sure you have to be in a positive changes, whether it would be a diet or else a lifestyle modification are the most number one priority where you have to look into, and I'm going to talk about today. So let's see like what can be the nutrition model increases the risk of the male infertility. So let's see like taking high intake of processed meat. Yes, so we do always tell you to not to go with a processed meat and high intake of sweet drinks and snacks which are in zero the calories and nothing the calorie gives you out there, and low intake of fiber and vitamins and minerals. The fiber and the minerals and the poor consumption of fish, okay, which is very good in omega 3 and zinc, and poor consumption of fruits and vegetables, as we are looking into the other points where I have been included as a fiber and vitamins and minerals, which is really found in the fruits and vegetables. Intake of trans and omega 3 fatty acids, yes, which are good in fats as well as omega 3 fatty acids, like poor consumption of the fish. Okay, so the high energy density, like what kind of a food are you taking? Like what high calorie count food which is included, which is not at all giving you a healthy calorie, or which is more important, you need to be always checked. So poor consumption of nuts and seeds. Okay, these are all characteristics of diet negatively affecting on the fertility, especially in the sperm health. So it is like with all these, you are eliminating the nutrients from your body, which as you're not consuming all which is more high in omega 3 fatty acids, whether it might be the good fat, the unsaturated fatty acids like omega 3, okay, and the high antioxidant foods and the good amount of fiber and good amount of selenium, zinc, which are you have been not been adding up more by adding all these into your diet. So I mentioning you here is like these are all the characteristics of the points where you want to look after, like what kind of diet are you preferring in a daily basis. So are you not taking the vitamins of or good amount of protein, a good amount of fiber, and good amount of omega 3 fatty acids, which is most important where you have to look into it. So, improper diet and obesity with infertility, where it is more important to know about how much are you according to your weight. Okay, so are you obese or lean? So, okay, whether it might be obesity is like if your BMI is about 28 or below 18, both can affect the infertility. So you have to be on a check like what kind of lifestyle into you are. Like if you are obesity with the improper diet, okay, in the oxidative stress, what kind of a stress are you into a daily basis? You have to look into it. Like improper diet and obesity with low both lower the quality and also increase the risk of the infertility. See, as we look into the picture, with the normal cells has been attacked, gets attacked by the oxidative stress. Okay, the by the free radicals. I mean, it might be the germs, maybe are you infected or what? And we have to be looking into it. I mean, the cell is getting damaged over there. So, as we have to see that, are you stressed? Are you getting affected by the free radicals? Are you not maintaining a proper diet? It would be like slowly, if you are too much of exposed to an oxidative stress, you have to come out of it. So you have to include a lot of antioxidant foods, which makes you more healthier and which gives you immunity to your health. So the as the pictures only tells you like the more the free radicals get affected, the more it has been lowering down the quantity of the quality and it gets in there shrinking off. So you have to know that what kind of a stress you are into, oxidative stress, what kind of free radicals you have been facing into, whether it might be the blue rays, the longer period of using the mobile, it also gives you, okay, reduces the which is affecting your stress. With the no proper sleep, it also affects you there. With too much of alcohol, whether it might be smoking, also comes over there. With the no proper diet, which is not enough of vitamins and minerals, which is not of taking too much of antioxidant to your body, there it gives you the result. Like you have to know that proper oxidative stress where you have to go with a good amount of a diet where it is more helpful with the more of antioxidant which makes you full and to improve the quality of the quantity of the egg. See, as we are looking into the picture, the antioxidants, the oxidants where you have to where it damages the DNA, okay, where it lowers the quantity, the mobility, and the progressive sperm mobility also. So, are you stressed out with the oxidative, where you have to know that all these the complication and also the risk of the miscarriages and the child in that also develops the miscarriages and the abnormalities in the baby. So you have to know that how stressed it is, how the cells has been damaging, okay, how the abnormalities have been forming over there, you have to know that. So if you are stressed, oxidative stress by or too much of exposing for yourself, whether it might be the pollution, whether it might be the stress, whether you're not taking the proper diet, if you're obese, so keep on check that, and you have to know that it should not the cells, whatever it is that the DNA should not get damaged over there, where you have to maintain it through the proper lifestyle changes as well as a proper diet is the most important to increase the mobility, the quality, and the volume as well as the capacity of the contraction of the sperm. So you have to be always know the oxidative stress where you have been there. So a dietary model supporting where the male semen is a mixture of secretion of different glands. So it is like it has a different glands, whether it might be so all the nutrients I was talking about, the micronutrients where it is most important, whether it is every all the micronutrients, whether it might be the nutrients like includes like acid, the folic, and the uh, uh, insulin, the calcium, copper, zinc, magnesium, fructose, all these vitamin C's, all the minerals, vitamins, which are the more helpful to make it stronger and make it which all these the nutrients only it gives you the most separation and mixture of a male semen. So you have to include not only the protein, not only the fiber. So it all the calcium, magnesium, zinc, all these which are also more important to know about the macronutrients where it will also be helpful in the to improve the quality of your egg. So let's see from which component, whether which substance are we dietary component or items are we getting from like oily fish, which are good in the omega-3 fatty acids, whether it might be vitamin A, D, E, K, and the fat soluble vitamins. So less amount of low in mercury, which can a fresh river water fish can be included, which is to improve the quality of the semen, and also therefore the main sources of the DHA and the good fat, which is the unsaturated fatty acids, which is more important to increase the good fat amount of fat, which is more important to improve the quality of the semen. The other thing is like the next component, if we see the dietary components like fruits and vegetables, which are more in antioxidant, folic acid, the fiber, and the minerals. Only from the fruits and vegetables we get the vitamins and minerals. Okay, so the n number of vitamins packed components of vitamins and minerals only we get from the fruits and vegetables. So fruits and vegetables provide a good amount of uh, good amount of fiber as well. So it also improves the semen quality and the fertility, which is the word choosing the raw vegetables and the fruits. The research has suggested like not taking of too much of pesticides residue over there. So always choose go with a not nowadays we're not getting an organic, but few of them, if you are facing too much of problem regarding the quantity of the quality of your semen, so try to always choose your organic foods instead of going with the pesticides. So nuts and seeds, which are more good in zinc, whether it might be minerals and the phytophenols and the fiber, thyrophenols, is also used. It is also good in the omega-3 fatty acids as well, which can also be taken in the form of roasted or soaked or in the form of as in the snack items, where you can include a daily basis, where it is also helpful in the effects, and it is also beneficial for the quality of the sperm. So whole grain products, which is more in fiber, zinc, and magnesium as well, and also it is recommended to go with whole ones, not the processed or the refined ones, which are as the researchers says there here again, to always take it in a whole form, not a refined form, which is also helpful in the form of fiber, which is makes your gut health easier. And also lean dairy, it is like dairy products, which is good source of the calcium as well as some whole proteins, and which is low in the fiber products, like not a high fat, where which gives you the dairy products is also gives you a high number of fat over there. So always choose a low fat dairy products, like it might be a skimmed or toned. And also if you're taking the whole one, try to add up some water and dilute with some water. Either you can have it in the form of custard with lot of fruits there, with less portion of high fat, and dilute with that, which also gives you a low saturated fat contents over there. So it has also been helpful to the to improve the quality of the sperm. So as we are seeing to the next, like olive oil, grapeseed oil is also very good in vitamin E, and also in a good fat, where it is vegetable oil, the saturated fats, which are containing the unsaturated fatty residues, where it gives you also good fats, where it is also helpful for your heart as well as to increase the quality of the sperm. So not only by taking the n number of the other components of the nutrients, but main thing is Mediterranean diet. What we usually recommend in our for the all the patients we have been seeing into a daily basis. So Mediterranean diet is like adding up from all the food groups. It is like not only taking the only carbs. Okay, the vegetarian diets, if you look into that, everything comes in this. So it might be the greens, it might be the fruits, vegetables, a good fat, a good amount of oils, whether it might be olive oil, whether it might be avocado oil, okay, the good fats, the fruits, the vegetables, not recommended as a low carb, but you always have to choose a low carbs, not taking of too much of starchy vegetables, whether it might be potatoes or like that, or yam. You have to include which are more an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory foods, which are useful and which gives you more of which gives get rid of oxidative stress, from the free radicals, where you have to include a lot of fruits, vegetables, 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, okay, and more of fiber to it. Whether do not choose a simple carbs, always you choose a complex carbs where it stays for the longer time in your tummy, which makes you full easier when you take into a smaller portions. Okay, so try to have every second levelly smaller frequent meals are the must you have to, where you eat less over here. So as the Mediterranean diet tells us that we have to take from all the food groups, whether you have to include milk, eggs would be, nuts would be, complex carbohydrates with the good amount of fiber, the vitamin, minerals, the fruits and vegetables, and the good amount of protein over here. So from all the food groups, which gets all the components of the nutrients, which is more helpful to include the sperm quality of the male infertility. So antioxidant for the male infertility is like, as we were talking about, where it gets associated with, which gets DNA damage. Okay, as we have been looked over there in the oxidative stress, the same matter, where you have to include all the antioxidant rich foods, where as we have been knowing since the 2 years, like more to take our antioxidant rich foods, where we can fight from the foreign bodies. Okay, so you have to include like most of the citrus fruits, which are mostly available, bell peppers, the citrus fruits, good amount of liquid, I mean the water intake, all the fruits, vegetables, it might be the ginger, it might be the garlic over here, in a daily basis what we get in our kitchen. So you can choose all those, where also the berries, okay, it might be the blueberries, the caneberries, all the berries are very good amount of rich, more in a antioxidants, where you can include in the form of snack in between your meals, where you can include, and all the nut seeds also gives you good amount of antioxidants, where mostly we have to include a lot of vitamin C rich foods, whether it might be one orange or one lemon of juice, okay, with my you can add bell peppers also are very good, and omega, I mean antioxidant, vitamin C. So which makes you be the DNA cells doesn't get damaged over here with a lot of antioxidant foods, which we have to make it by taking lot of antioxidant supplements also, okay, by improving the parameters of elevating the semen quality, and also assisted with the less damage of the DNA. Okay, so try to include daily basis, like antioxidants are also most important with the, as we have been seeing the Mediterranean diet, where you can include it in the daily basis. So as we are talking about all the components, where the nutrients, the micronutrients, where it is most useful, as we have been seeing since all the slides, it might be the sodium, potassium, calcium, zinc, magnesium, it might be the copper, the vitamin C, the vitamin E, the selenium, and the magnesium, which if you see into this slide, as every component tells us, every nutrient tells us, it has the sperm development and the sperm quality, where the increasing it is over there. Maybe hyperactivation, it is also there. So antioxidant action is also there. So every component, every nutrients from the every food groups, where the all the food groups, which is most important and also helps to maintain the quality and the development and the quantity of the sperm. So all try to include which are more in sodium, potassium, calcium, copper, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, and selenium and magnesium, which are has to be included in your daily diet. So these are my food are optimizing the sperm qualities, as we are talking about in the previous slides, as like omega-3 fatty acids. So try to include good fats of omega-3 fatty acids, where it gives you like it might be the salmon, the fish with the low mercury in count, as and it might be the walnuts, the flax seeds, the chia seeds, and the olives, where you can include, which are good source of the omega-3 fatty acids. The zinc and selenium, which are good in the amount of the sources, are like fish, the nuts, where you can include the folate, which are more food sources would be like all the green colored vegetables and green leafy vegetables, good amount of fruits and vegetables where you get good amount of folate, which is more helpful not only for the woman to we give, but also for the men. It is also important to take a high amount of folic in a daily basis where you can include good amount of the folic acid. And the lycopene is also most important where you get, as in the next slides I'll be telling about the vitamin C and the vitamin E also as well. Okay. So which can be helpful to improve the sperm count, the concentration, the mobility and the morphology, and perfect for your DNA damage. So try to include all these food groups, food components where it is more important to have it to get rid of all these sperm count. Maybe you have a less sperm count. Maybe it is not the spermia or something else where the quality on the morphology it should be like perfect, as well as the DNA cell should not get damaged. So try to include all these. So as we have been talking about the folate, it might be, as I was talking about the greens, okay, the selenium, the fish, the amount, and the lycopene, where the all the red color vegetables or the fruits, omega-3 fatty acids, I mean the good fats, okay. So these are the all the food sources where you get from the food sources where it is to improve the egg and the sperm health. Okay, it might be the lean chicken. Okay, it is not overcooked. Okay, or it is not deep fried as well. The oily fish, which is very good in omega-3 fatty acids. Again, here the should not get roasted over time on the flame where the omega-3 get fatty acids get disappear over there, and the sesame seeds, which are good in like quercetin, and the amount of pistachios and beans, which are more helpful to have to include where you can all these. So lycopene is for the boosting of the sperm health, which is also most important. Whether it might be, I was talking about like all the colored vegetables and the fruits, whether red colored or the orange colored ones, which gives you good antioxidant as well as which are good sources of lycopene, which boosts your sperm health. Where they try to include watermelon, and also choose the foods which are low in glycemic index. Okay, which stays for the longer time. As if you are taking a watermelon, it is actually a high glycemic index food where you can include a watermelon, a bowl of watermelon with adding up some nuts on it, whether it might be nuts, whether it might be seeds, okay, either sunflower seeds or watermelon seeds, which are also good in zinc, magnesium, and selenium, which are good amount of protein too. So you can add a bowl of fruits with some nuts, which gives you a number of vitamins and minerals, not only with one particular component and the micronutrient of the component, also you'll get a mixed amount of the different nutrients where you can add up. So which is also rich foods rich in selenium for the healthy sperm. So every day try to include like eggs, it would be the Brazil nuts and the turkey, as well as if you are the brown rice is also good amount of selenium, which are, see, always go with, as I was talking about, the complex carbohydrates, which does not get polished, not as refined. Where if it is refined, where it is I mean it is processed, all the nutrients, all the whatever it has been coated with some vitamins to it, the nutrients, whatever it is there, when it is refined, all the vitamins get disappear. So try to have with the whole ones, okay? Whether don't choose a white rice, go with the brown rice, which is packed with good amount of selenium, magnesium. Okay, so all these which are most important to have to, and also improve the healthy sperm. Next, so try to include the sperm health rich foods like which can include, as I was talking about, the selenium, zinc, the copper, the oranges, the good amount of antioxidant rich foods, whether it might be the protein, good amount of folic acid, okay, the vitamin C, the vitamin E rich food. So all these which has been displayed on the slide, whether all the fruits and vegetables, nuts over here, greens over here, and the brown rice, which is more complex carbohydrates, the walnuts, good, the salmon and the sunflower seeds, all these gives you good fat, good amount of folic acid, good amount of vitamins, minerals, and packed with antioxidants where you have to include in your daily diet. So these are the 6 expert tips for the improving the sperm mobility. It to have it like every day, like I was talking about, to follow a Mediterranean diet. Mediterranean diet is nothing but to having a each body from having a different from a different food groups. Whether I was talking about milk would be nuts, would be fruits and vegetables, good amount of fiber, good amount of protein, good amount of antioxidants, where you get from the different food groups. Okay, so not following or not taking only for the one food group, but you have to include all the fruits, vegetables, milk, eggs, everything you have to include where it gives you a balanced diet over there. So include lycopene-rich foods where I was talking about all the orange and red color fruits and vegetables. Okay, and regular exercise is the moderate intensity to exercise is most important to activate the hormones in your body, where you have to regularize your physical activity is the most important thing to make some changes in your lifestyle. So you have to start exercising for yourself where your hormones get activated. It also helps by not only by taking a good proper diet, but if you want to try to maintain, whether it might be you want to lose your weight, whether if you're getting stressed out or something where you have to be, good quality of the sleep is also most important. Good amount of hydration is also most important. So if you are stressed out, you have to look into how the free radicals are affecting you, how the oxidative stress is damaging you. So you have to look into that. And the most important part is like making some lifestyle modification can help you to improve the sperm mobility. Okay, try to include all the nuts, seeds, and check your vitamin D. Always to improve the fertility, it is vitamin D is the number one, omega 3 is next. So always to try to include some physical activity in by exposing yourself to the sunlight, which is more main part of this source of the vitamin D is sunlight. So try to expose yourself to the sunlight and try to walk for at least 45 minutes to 60 minutes daily. So eat foods which are most in beta carrot. Okay, so carrots, all the fruits, vegetables mostly, which is most in the all the Mediterranean diet, which are packed nutrients. What we want is all the nutrients, which are micronutrients as well. Good amount of vitamins, minerals, not the caloric diet, but it is most important to check like what kind of nutrients are it is most important where you have to include it. So the queries and the questions we usually I'll be hearing from my patients like, am I drinking alcohol in large quantity? See, you have to be on a check. Like it is not like boosting our on like not taking going to parties in occasionally it's fine, but not having daily. Okay, taking alcohol daily it is not good. Okay, which can damage your DNA cells. So try to include occasionally, but better not to have it. See, if it depends on your severity, how are you suffering? Depends on the reports, like what kind of stages you are. So you have to think about it, and you have to plan like how much quantity of the alcohol is important to you. You have to, but more I say no to the alcohol, which can damage yourself, which is not at all good to your health. So do I have to lot of zinc containing foods in my diet? So yes, it is like as I told you, zinc also most important micronutrient where it is more helpful, whereas it has been seen in the fish as well as nuts, seeds also. So you try to include good amount of omega-3 fatty acids with the zinc, so which is also helpful in improving the quality of the sperm health. And eating the herbs and the vegetables and a couple of pieces of fruits each day. So it is like fruits and vegetables including is good, but what kind of fruits are you taking? It is most important. Okay, so it is fruits and vegetables which are good packed amount of minerals, vitamin C, antioxidants, where you can include it in the 5 servings as well. What simple swap can I make to my diet? See, if you are having, like as I was mentioning there, so always choose a complex carbs, okay? Instead of going with a high glycemic index foods, choose always a low glycemic index foods, okay? So if you want to have a fruit or a juice, I would prefer only a fruit, but not the juice, okay? Which stays for the longer time and which do not feel hungry early, and you can be which is also good amount, which is good source of the fiber as well. So make us think about which kind of a swabbing is most important, what kind of fruits or juices, or what kind of a simple carbs or complex carb where you have to look into. And if you have any queries regarding the swabbing or there, dietitian would be helping you out to know well like what food it is most important you have to take in a daily basis. So making some basic changes in your diet will help you to improve the sperm health. Like limit the red meat. Okay, don't go with too much of processed foods where it is deeply fried, might be where all the nutrients will get disappeared. So red meat, I prefer less. Instead of going with choosing the red meat, always choose a good salmon, which is more good in omega-3 fatty acids. The lean chicken, okay, the fat content should be less and good amount of protein is most important over there. So limit the quantity of the red meat. You can, instead of red meat, you can go with egg whites would be, and also chicken as well as lean chicken as well as fish mostly. I prefer to my patients as well. So swap processed meat for a oily fish or a low mercury seafood. So as I was talking about, swap to the processed meat to the oily fish, okay, which is low. And I was talking about the low mercury seafood, which is more powerful, which is packed nutrient of the omega-3 fatty acids, I mean the good fat, where you can include. The swap high GI to the low GI, where I was talking about hate to be a party pooper. Yes, it is like don't uh, don't always think about the parties where you have to have a lot of unhealthy foods over there, the zero calorie foods where you have been including all these days. So always say no to the party poopers now. So do not go with too much of alcohol or processed meats, or always lifestyle modifications in your daily basis. It's most important in the daily life. So I always tell you that nutrition is just about eating, it's about learning to live. So always make sure you have to go with a balanced and few lifestyle modifications can make you a great changes in your day, in your sperm health. So try to include all the good amount of packed nutrients which are most helpful and makes you some lifestyle modification also gives you more improvement in your diet. So any queries? Ma'am, how could you, a couple can know the sperm is in good health or what? So it is known by the report. See, it depends on the conceiving, like how often, how is your married life, with how many years has been in the married life, and if it is still, if you're not, your wife is not getting conceived, then you have to meet up your doctor and you have to know it by the making some few tests over there. The reports only gives you to know well like how the sperm is in the good health. Okay, in the report where you can know the sperms, I mean the quality and the morphology of the sperm. So if you're not able to conceive that, to know about your sperm's good health, so you need to meet up your doctor nearby. Okay, so it will be helping you out to know by seeing the report, he will guide you there. And also you can make it with that report only. We can give you some diet changes as well as lifestyle modification is must. Thank you. The next question. If the couple is having some health issues that can cause sperm health. So yes, it might be some health issues. It might be if you are too much of obese, if you are diabetic. Okay, so the thyroids. These are all the, like, if you're not. If see, as I was talking about high BMI and low BMI. Okay, if you're too much of obese, also uh, damages the DNA, as well as the cell damage would be there. So this is most important to know, like, how fit you are. So there has some health issues can affect the sperm health, where also have to be consulted with the doctor as well as the dietitian, would put you on a track, like good amount of diet, and some lifestyle modification is also most important according to your health issues. Is there any specific test that you recommend? Actually, doctors would recommend you the test, and as well as for me to know to improve from the diet, I would give or suggest to go with regular walking and not good amount of sleep as well, a good amount of water and good amount of proper balanced diet would help you in making these changes in your sperm health as well. And my husband's report is not good, how much time it would take to improve the sperm count. So if your husband report is not good, if by maintaining continuous for 2 to 3 months, which can improve the sperm health. So the some as well as the proper as today I was talking about all the micronutrients, the minerals, antioxidants rich foods, the folate rich foods, where it can include, which can improve the zinc, the lycopene. All these can be included by the foods every day. These are the food sources where we can improve your sperm health by continuous using, by making some lifestyle changes like walking. It would be with that, with the proper balanced diet, it takes almost 2 to 3 months. What way can I make my diet? So as I was talking in the slides, like a balanced diet, a Mediterranean diet. Okay, every second hourly frequent meals, a smaller frequent meals, that is the most important. Okay, and swabbing is most important. No alcohol, no smoking as well, and no processed foods. All these uh, good lifestyle modifications would help you to put on your track, which can change and which can be helpful in your improving the sperm health. I think we have done with our queries as well. Thank you all for being there in the live session. See you all in the next nutritious live session. Thank you.